Welcome again, Maxim here, and in this video I will show you what has been added and changed in the Whispers in the Walls update. New quest, new Warframe, locations, mission modes, weapons, syndicate and much more. Whispers in the Walls is the newest story quest that you can play after the Heart of Deimos and the new war. Here you will face new enemy faction, the Murmur, bizarre animated constructs and rogue necromechs. After completing it, you will have access to 5 new locations in navigation, and from Sanctum itself, the new hub, you will be able to play 5 Netracel missions per week, as well as bounties, like on Zariman. Netracel is a special mission that involves activating points and destroying enemies in the designated area, plus hunting a special mob from time to time. From each of the 5 approaches, you can get melee weapon adapter, melee arcane or Archon Shard. 2 melee arcanes are available only in this mode. However, the levels of the opponents are quite high here, and there will be also some additional difficulties. Before the mission, players choose who will take on the burden required to start. Glyphs that make the game more difficult. You can share them, or one player can take them all at once. The other modes are Extermination, Survival and Mirror Defense. They are not much different from the variants you already know. There is also an assassination that requires collecting a certain amount of Murmur Eyes after activating a special pedestal. You can increase their spawn rate by eliminating enemies. After collecting the appropriate amount, a boss will appear in the indicated area. There is still one mode left, Alchemy. It requires you to put the correct amphorae into the container. Amphoraes drop from defeated enemies. This is a kind of endless mission. All of these missions, except Netracel, are available from the navigation, but also from the Sanctum, in the form of bounties. These can reward you with special items for the local syndicate, main blueprint for the new arc gun, or parts for Qorvex, the new Warframe. You get his main blueprint after completing the Whispers in the Walls quest. After completing it, you will also get an Orbiter segment for upgrading melee weapons and the new secondary weapon, Grimoire, for which skins can be found on the market. You can get special mods for this weapon from the Mirror Defense here. About other new stuff in-game modes here, you can get other new mods and new melee weapon arcanes from Assassination. From the Alchemy, Tenokai mods, more about them in a moment. And parts for the new arc gun, Mandonella. You can also get these from Extermination and Mirror Defense. As for the NPCs in Sanctum, Takver gives you Netracel missions. Bird Free is a merchant, new arcanes for melee weapons, which you can use to fill the newly added slots in melee weapons. In addition, it also has necromech mods, new hammer, a cane, melee weapon adapters, Qorvex parts and Eidolon lens. You will also find decorative items and the blueprint for a segment that will allow you to create new Archon Shards from the ones you already have. By combining 2 different ones, you create a new one with new properties. At Lloyd's, you can dissolve your arcanes to get a special resource and use it to buy a pack of 3 random arcanes. You can choose a pack from Duviri, Zariman, Necralisk, Ostrons, Solaris United, Eidolons, and collectively the Arbitration and Acolytes. Lloyd also gives you the opportunity to increase the reputation of the local syndicate, Cavia, using VAC. You will get these by playing bounties that Fibonacci gives you, but they can also lay on the ground as a collectibles during each Sanctum-related mission. I mentioned Tenokai mods earlier. They unlock a special combat style, in which, with each strike, you have a 15% chance to activate Tenokai. This means that you will be able to perform a heavy attack with a melee weapon without using up your combo counter. You can place this mod in a regular slot or in a special, newly added Exilus slot. Cross-save is now available. Starting today, December 14th, the process of providing players with the option to merge their accounts from different platforms begins. This is a one-time action, and in the first place, founders will receive this opportunity. Then it will be time for the next group of players. In order to not kill the servers, a certain order has been created. All players whose accounts were created before 8 PM on November 24th, 2023 will be finally allowed to merge their accounts. The earlier you created your account, the faster you will be able to go through this process. To check if you already have the access to this, go to the Account Management tab on the Warframe.com. When playing cross-platform, you will be able to trade with other players normally, with 2-step login verification enabled. From December 13th to 20th, you will have the opportunity to obtain Sevagoth and Epitaph by completing special alerts. Speaking of limited time things, the clan event Operation Gargoyles Cry will start on December 18th. To join it, you must complete Whispers in the Walls, be in a clan, have a clan key built, and one of the clan members must place a special gargoyle figure somewhere in the dojo. More about the event soon on the Warframe forum. As usual, you will find a lot of skins and other visual novelties on the market, including deluxe skin for Sevagoth, Glaucus, or a shoulder plate that will keep a special fish, Jillichap, floating in the air around you all the time. In addition, the game has an improved graphics engine, which works quite well. The change is definitely noticeable. Changes in junctions. Some of the rewards have been changed and some of the challenges have been removed or modified to make it easier to progress through subsequent sectors. Some minor changes have also been made to the quests. Some have been reprioritized and rearranged. This is what the main story quest line looks like now. The quests from this list will be available to you one by one after playing the previously story mission. Additionally, all story quests no longer require a specific mastery level. Side activities related to the story might have these requirements. For example, hunting glitches require mastery rank 5. Side quests may also have mastery requirements. Other changes: magnetic damage on the player now consumes 90 energy instead of 120, and disruption status has been reduced from 6 to 3 seconds. Some mods' description now have a bold text. When you hover that kind of mod, game will display an additional description. You can now activate the Riven mod in the mod management station, instead of inserting it into a specific weapon's configuration. Hostile Voidrix can now take damage to any part of their body. Previously, damage was limited to weak points only. If you hit that spot now, you will just deal even more damage. Some of the prime warframes have more starting energy than before. In the arsenal, markings have been added to indicate which keys have been assigned to specific gear wheel slots. You can set those in the Customize Key Binding screen in Options. Changes in the daily tribute. Some rewards scale based on the number of days. For example, the booster's duration, amount of credits, endo, resources, or number of formas. This scaling reaches max values on day 3000. Aiming at exploding barrels will now show the range of their explosion. And Namar bounties are now always available on both Venus and Earth, regardless of the time on the planes. And that's all in this video. If you are interested in the full list of changes and new features in this update, you will find the link in the description of this video. If you have any questions, please type them in the comment section or visit one of my streams on Twitch. Link is also in the description. See you next time. Bye.